Sigma! Phi! Dio!
Oh, I feel so bad.
Open up! Open this goddamn door!
Timioji's voice was muffled by the thick steel, but I could hear his desperation and anger. I tried to ignore it. The slow transitions still plague us. We are not free of that, at least.
Alrighty then. Here we are.
Is that a hallway?
Only one way to find out.
Just if I had guessed, on the other side of the door was a wide hallway. Unfortunately, it seemed to stop in a dead end. It took only a second to find a familiar-looking door on the left side of the hallway. We opened it and stepped inside. Wait, it's the thing.
This must be the prep room.
The prep room.
I think I searched this place with Dio and Luna.
Wait, how did we end up in here? Oh, another one that looks like it. You really think you would have been able to get something on the other side of the number 9 door?
Hold up. You know about the one on floor B2?
Let's I'm just going to assume that phone call is not important.
Huh.
So you know that the pressure in here is a lot higher than the pressure outside?
What?
Oh, you didn't.
What are you talking about?
Didn't I just say what I'm talking about?
I mean, she did.
The air inside this facility is kept at a higher pressure than the air outside. Apparently, they're doing it to keep the virus from getting in. If you're leaving, you have to lower the pressure until it matches what's outside. This room is where you prepare for all of that. See those suits over on the wall? They keep you from getting infected once you're outside. You have to put one on before you can go into the pressure exchange chamber downstairs.
So, how do you know all that?
Luna told me.
How did Luna know all that? Wait, why did Luna know all that?
Apparently, it was all in a manual she found in a room we searched.
Whoa, wait, go back. You said there's some kind of mysterious virus out there?
Well, I wouldn't say it's mysterious. I think it's that Radical 6 thing Alice was talking about. Don't quote me on that, though.
That sounds bad.
Well, we've come this far. We can't turn back now.
Very
Let's
true.
get those suits on and head outside.
No argument here. Let's do it.
We climbed into the protective suits in silence, then headed down to the pressure exchange chamber. Where it's a trap and our heads are gonna get popped like grapes. With a quiet hum, the process began. I could hear the soft hiss of air leaving even through my helmet. There was nothing to do until it finished but wait. Then out of nowhere, Dio spoke up.
Never thought I'd succeed so easily.
It took me a moment to realize his voice was coming from the speaker in my helmet. Apparently the radio was designed to activate automatically. You mean getting out of here?
Ah, you're thinking too small. I guess I can tell you who I really am.
Oh, that's not good.
What?
You see, the thing is...
He's actually Jack the Ripper, teleported from England in 18 whatever.
I was sent here from far
1880 something. Oh, whoa, yo. Please don't tell me he's actually a time traveler.
What? Too surprised to speak?
I mean, it's bullshit. Dio, I think maybe you should calm down a bit.
We're all excited to be getting out of here, but
There's no need to make things up that aren't true.
Oh, never mind. You're clearly too small-minded to understand.
We were still going back and forth in the quiet hiss of the air escaping slowed. The door at the end of the room slowly ground up, and we do know that Dio was not, well, that Winston didn't say he wasn't originally a part of the plan, but he wasn't captured like the rest of us. We walked through to find ourselves in a nearly identical room. After 2 more decompressions, the last door finally opened. Yo, we're outside. I stepped outside and gasped. A dark landscape like none I'd ever seen laid spread out before me. I couldn't help but stare. What the hell?
looks like a desert.
I can see that. The question is, which desert?
Don't know. I can't tell you what day it is, though.
Huh?
Look,
The lunar eclipse.
the moon's red. See? This must be a total lunar eclipse.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in the lounge.
During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially, what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. Do you remember when the next total lunar eclipse was going to happen?
December 31st. There's only been a few days since, the thingy.
Well, there you go.
So today is December 31st? Wait, shit, if I got grabbed Christmas morning, that means I've been here for 6 days.
Looks like it. We should get to the nearest town.
Where would that be?
There has to be one around somewhere.
I mean, deserts are pretty big, and we don't have, like, any water or anything.
Even deserts have some towns, whether they're in the Mojave, Sahara, or Gobi. It's not what I'm worried about, though.
I mean, yeah, they might have towns, but they may not be in walking distance. What are you worried about?
Forget it. Doesn't matter right now.
Oh, come on. Tell me, I'm curious now. Impossible as it might seem. Could have sworn I heard her frown. What?
I'm worried about whether or not there are any survivors. If Alice was right about the virus.
Are you saying humankind might be extinct? What the hell? No way, that's impossible. A whole species can't just die out in 6 days, that's...
I hope it's not the case, of course, but there's the possibility. Whatever. We should get moving.
I mean, 6 days is an awfully fast, time frame.
There's still 4 people stuck in there, including Quark. We need to find help and come back for them.
Okay. I turned to take a step. There was a rough crackle over the radio and the sound of someone falling. I turned back around to see Phi on the ground. Hey, are you alright? What happened? I ran over and helped lift her back up. She fumbled for a second and then clambered to her feet.
Where are we?
Her voice was low and rough. Huh?
Ah, I see. This timeline.
What? Timeline? She didn't respond. I was about to begin a more irate line of questioning when she suddenly grabbed me by the shoulders.
Hey,
Hey,
where's Dio?
I don't know. Dio? Oh yeah, I haven't seen him since we got out. I'm sure he was with us when we left.
Shit. We need to split up and find him.
Why?
Because he needs to tell tell me something. Why are you asking me this?
I don't know. You're the one acting weird, not us. What?
Don't tell me you forgot. Wait, maybe not. He must not have made this jump.
I mean, she wasn't making any
Damn
sense.
it. Look, forget about that. Just find Dio. I'm going over to that hill, so you take the other direction.
I mean, he should be pretty easy to see, but he's going to be a big red dot. But she'd already taken off without waiting for my answer. I watched her for a few moments, confused, before turning and heading off to look for Dio myself. I probably should have split this episode into 2 parts and not look at it, but we'll keep moving on. Damn. Don't see him anywhere. Where the hell did that guy go? I was looking around trying to decide where to go next when I heard them. The signal must have degraded, but I could still make out a few words.
What the hell are you doing? Answer me, Dio.
Their voices were cutting in and out, but I'd heard that last word clear as day. Dio. Sounded like Phi had found him. I spun around and took off into her direction.
Is that a transmitter?
Transmitter?
See.
I see.
Phone home, huh?
Phone home.
Bet free souls anxious from you.
Free the soul.
How do you know that?
I know everything about you.
Oh, we're getting more and more of the words.
I know you're the Myrmidons.
The transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
Never mind that. I need to ask you something. What's the password for the number 0?
Number 0.
The hell, you man?
I'm no man.
Okay, this is Lord of the Rings.
How the hell can you crack jokes right now?
You haven't given me my answer. What's the deactivation code?
Deactivation code.
Hey, what are you... Stop!
Dude, Sigma, you need to fucking work on your cardio and run faster, dude. Shit! That didn't sound good. I sped up and quickly pressed into the hill in front of me. There they were. Oh shit! My dude's got a rock! Or someone's got a rock, as we technically don't know who. I went down the hill as fast as I could, half running, half sliding. With the suits on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. And you can assume it's Dio and with the rock. I clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure I'd slammed against lay on the ground next to the other one. I moved over to peer through the visor. Yeah, that's Dio. His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. My attack almost have knocked him out. Dang, dude. Sigma swole.
That was a close one.
No sweat. So what's this transmitter you were talking about?
You heard, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, it's right over there. See that briefcase-looking thing? He was trying to use that to get in touch with somebody.
Where the hell did he get it?
Probably had it hidden somewhere.
Wait, hidden? Like in his back pocket? You saying Dio's been here before?
Yeah, probably. My guess is he came here, hid the transmitter, and then snuck into the building.
Snuck in. I wasn't quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There was a screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked, well, like nothing. What the heck is this? 7815361, you get the point. There's some kind of phone. Come on, Sigma.
No, it's too long for that. It's 25 digits.
So what is it then?
Don't know. I assume it's some kind of code, but I don't see a key to decode it with.
I heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. It took me a moment to realize it was a voice. Dio's voice. Don't laugh at me. What's so funny?
Oh, sorry. You guys just had it so fucking backwards I couldn't help myself. You can't find the key to decode it? Well, no shit. The key's right in front of your face.
that's not helpful.
What?
That's the key. The message is somewhere else. You need those 25 numbers to decode it.
None of what he was saying made any sense to me. Dio, what's going on here? Who are you trying to call with this thing?
What, you don't know?
Not exactly.
At least one of you is appropriately ignorant.
Rude?
Fine, whatever. Might as well tell you. I don't really have any reason to hide my identity now that my mission's a success. Besides, she'll probably tell you if I don't. Might as well hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Backstory time? He shifted and put his hands behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. I can't decide what I want to do. I mean, it's too late to cut this video, but I don't know if I want to just, like, split this recording into 2 parts, because I feel like this is going to be easily over an hour. I belong to an organization... Well, let me get something to drink first. Alright. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons. You've probably never heard of it, but there might be a few people out there who've heard of Free the Soul. If you haven't, well, it's a sacred religious order with over 1 million troops. 1 million what? The Myrmidons are the hand of the Free the Soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world Free the Soul promises. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Sounds like logical people based on what we know about Free the Soul. Then again, from their point of view, the Jedi are evil. I suppose we might be. We're trying to tear down the corrupt world they've been built, after all. Or they've built. But when the sun dawns for the first time in our new world, we'll be hailed as saints, holy messengers who clean the filth from a dying planet. Well, only a handful of people really become saints. Not even all the Myrmidons will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised in the teachings of Free the Soul from birth. Then you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. So it's like a mega cult. Returning from this mission would secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who founded our order many years ago. His teachings are too profound for ordinary people to understand, but you could say that core ideas of his doctrine are to separate oneself from the worldliness and destroy greed, and to force the soul from the body to cleanse it. To those who follow his teaching, what does he mean by destroy greed? Is he like a Scientologist where it's like, you gotta give me all your money so that you'll be pure and stuff? So only this new species will be able to live in equality in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father, and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Left. They say Brother had a special power, and that he was able to touch the thoughts of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a cursory investigation and quickly ruled his death a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but he also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually, he received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupted by greed. They had to be purified in a new world created. God had given Brother a mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth, and at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning so that he could create the new species he'd foretold. He invited to assist him a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States. And a year later, the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation, so Dio's not a real boy, basically. Our DNA comes from Left, Brother's younger brother. That means we all share a face, and we are all given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird. Everyone thinks that's weird, but individuality seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race or even individuality. With cloning, you don't need to see different genders. How could you get a more equal than that? Still, there's a little random deviation, and other factors can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, so I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. In all my life, I've only ever been punished for breaking our laws. Only ever once been punished. It had to do with women. I had come in contact with someone unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even if I was punished harshly and purified my soul, my dishonor remained. I wanted to prove my loyalty to Brother, so I determined to be successful in this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation for Brother's new world. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose, for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is.
Oh, Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master.
Can we smash this thing with a rock?
My sacred mission is at last complete. With these two hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
I mean, that rock is looking awfully juicy, dude. His voice had taken on an almost reverent tone. As he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd sign over his chest. Phi shoved his hands away.
I don't care about your goddamn mission. You did this to us. Now we're going to...
Yo, we ain't done. Fuck off. Don't say it. She grabbed the rock he'd held over only minutes ago and lifted over her head. Yeah, smash his face in, dude. Phi, what are you...
Shut up! You still haven't answered my question. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the password for the number 0 bomb?
Number 0 bomb? Bomb?
God damn it! Didn't I tell you to shut up?
Well, that's rude.
Now, tell me, what's the password?
She swung the rock down towards Dio's head.
Wait! Okay.
See, good thing Dio's a big baby.
Fine. It's not gonna do you any good, though. I completed my mission. What are you gonna do with the password at this point?
Not your problem. Just give it to me. Otherwise...
Fine. No skin off my back. The password for the 0 bomb is LXA
LXA
GDQ.
Games done quick. I knew they were evil. Toss the rock off the side. That's not even a funny joke. I don't know why I'm laughing at it.
You heard that, right, Sigma?
I mean, yeah. Do I need to write it down?
The password. I'm going to try my best to remember it, but I won't know if I manage to until after I make the jump. There's a chance I won't remember anything, so you need to memorize it, just in case. Got it?
I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. I mean, with that in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them. LXA QNS Games Done Quick.
Okay. We're done with you. Let's go.
Go where?
Not sure, but I think he does. Get up.
I grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm away petulantly and began to walk. Is there a city near here?
Yeah. Well, not really a city, I guess. More like a shelter. Some people who survived the disaster live there.
Okay. Disaster? What disaster?
Just shut up and follow me. You can see for yourself.
I looked up. It must have been a clear night because there were more stars than I'd ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. And in the middle of that field of stars shone the full moon, a giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Is that it? So we're right at an hour. Depending on when we enter the number 9 door, we may cut this video into 2 parts, actually. I'll have to check the recording when we're done. Because we're going to be right at about an hour by the time we actually end the video. So that's Dio's ending. That's 3 endings knocked out, dude. So we're 1/3 of the way there. And we've got 2 other endings basically lined up. So we are really starting to get there. I mean, you would hope after 20 fucking hours we'd be, making some good progress, but... So let's see, what do we got going? What's open to us now? We've got, this is actually open to us now. Is this Alice's? Yeah, that's Alice. So that's probably what we'll do in the, yeah, we'll do that in the next video. We'll do Alice's, continue her path. Actually, let's go ahead and jump in it right now. Just so I can save the game. Alright, so, I guess we already saved the game, we ended it, but whatever. Yeah, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.